you're live. Hey there, everybody. Mandy and Chris here. I hope you can hear us over our fan blowing here on the porch. It's hot down
Very
here.
hot.
So,
You're in a
yeah, and
sweatshirt.
I'm in a long sleeve, but it is hot. Anyway, I wear long sleeves because it's cold inside because we keep the AC so cold. But anyway, totally beside the point. But we haven't done this in a while since our 7-day live devotional. Yeah, so it's been 2 weeks. We took a little bit of a break, but we're back. And I don't know, this was kind of Chris's idea to talk about this because I think we are dealing with this a lot with our kids. And I think, if you have kids of your own and you're kind of dealing with a lot of things with your kids, with your spouse, and you and your spouse are trying to figure out their emotions. I feel like sometimes with the kids, we're in the movie Inside Out, because they're all over the place. And me as a woman, I feel like I'm like that anyway. So, but I know with everything that's going on in the world, we wonder how much they should see, how much they shouldn't see. We're also trying to, not shelter them too much, but then shelter them a little bit because they're still supposed to be kids. We're trying to deal with their emotions, and it's just hard. It's really hard. So, I'm gonna let my husband take it away because this was his idea to talk about this.
Well, it's just the fact that as our kids are getting older and our daughter's getting older.
Just for all of you who are new, we have an 11-year-old little girl and 8-year-old boy
Twin
twins.
boys. Yep.
So, yeah.
So, she's very sensitive to people's hurts
Needs.
and needs. She likes to be helpful. She likes to fix. And she's having to learn to figure out what's, how do you say, you got to be able to put up a boundary to not let it frazzle you so much just to make somebody feel better. I mean,
Right.
because sometimes they're not going to, it's nothing you can do to make it happen anyway. So, but she's the
Right.
type, she wants to make sure everybody's happy. And we've had to tell her, the main people that you need to worry about that is God and your parents, just
Right.
and let the things that's happening, don't take it so hard, because she does put her heart out there on
Right.
anything
On
she
the
does,
line.
and that's good because she does her best and she's straightforward to it. And same thing with our boys. Just boys have it differently. One of the
it's
boys
different.
is very soft-hearted, very quick to make sure everything's good, wants to help.
Right.
The other one is more set back from the situation,
Yeah.
but when he talks, it's very direct and it's very most time it's dead on point. So there's
reads
different
our mail a
dynamics.
lot.
There's so many different dynamics, right?
Yeah.
In our house with the kids and plus us. But just trying to
Figure out
how to help
Yeah.
our daughter and our boys. I would hate to know I didn't know nothing about the Lord or Jesus, because
Right.
I wouldn't know what to say. And at times we still don't know what to say. So we
Right.
pray with them and we get them to pray, on their own. So when they're young, they're going to be more in tune and they'll be able to hear when the Lord's talking to them and speaking to their heart. The earlier the better, because as you get older, you're trying to fix
hard.
everything all the time.
Yeah.
You're not listening very well.
You got too much baggage.
Yeah. So we want it to be very important to her and our boys to just, when something comes up and you're really not sure, just pray to Jesus and talk to him.
Yeah.
And usually they will do it. and you can talk to them a day or so later, and they have already kind of got a resolve of what was going on.
Right.
So,
And they teach us something
oh
in the
yeah,
process.
and there's no
usually.
way that you can say that they're too young. They're never too young. You know,
Right.
Jesus said, "Don't forbid the children to come to me, because they are the most likely have the most like heart of mine, because
Right.
they have faith. The faith of a child can do anything, because they don't know about everything that we know about as we get older.
Right.
And if you tell them, the Bible said it, Jesus said it, God said it, that's a
They
matter of
believe it.
fact with them. So it's like,
Well, and
no,
that's
it's
the
gonna
way
be done,
that should
and we
be with
should be
us.
like that.
Yeah.
But then once again, we just say that, and then as we
Right.
leave from praying, we just pick it back up and sit it back
Right.
here and walk on. So
And it's hard as parents because
yeah, because
not
sometimes you don't know what to say.
well, you don't know what to say, and and I think sometimes we get wrapped up in the fact that we want to be, we always want to say the right thing, but we're not always going to say the right
No.
thing. But we do have a manual that does tell us, what to say, and that is the
Right.
Bible. And I think we forget about that sometimes. I was actually talking to somebody in our family the other day, and they're going through young kids right now, and one of them's not sleeping very well, and we were like, telling her, why don't you, maybe you could try this, and she was like, oh my God, why didn't I think of that? And I said, because you're in it right now, you're in the realm, and that's what you have the Bible for. That's what you've got mentors for. That's what you've got people around you for, is to remind you of those things. And that's the best thing that you can do as a parent, is to have mentors and people that you can talk to that have been through that before. And not only that, but also the Bible that tells you right there what you need to do. There are a lot of times that our kids have left us pretty speechless, and we didn't know what to say.
Yeah.
But in the end, whenever we finally do get our thoughts together, and sometimes we do have to get our thoughts together, and we say what God wants us to say, they usually end up teaching us something out of it. Now, don't get me wrong, we have done and gone the other way and have not done what God wanted us to do.
That don't work.
And that doesn't work. Yeah. So, we're all, and I know with the world being the way that it is right now, you're debating, like, should I show them all of this? Should I not show them all of this? Chris and I believe that kids should be kids, but also we don't want them to be naive either. Of course, age appropriate. So you have to decide that that's between you and God, to decide that what is right for your child.
And know how to speak to them.
Yeah.
I'm too rough.
We,
I'm rough when I tell them anything, just because I'm loud. And it's not that I'm mad, but it just sounds that way. And you can't talk to a little girl like that.
Yeah.
And
we
I'm
all,
learning the hard way with all this, because my family's loud. I don't mean to be, but when I get passionate, as my wife says, about something, I get more intense.
Right.
And I get louder. And because that's how I get it out. It doesn't mean I'm aggravated at you, because I could be sitting here talking to this post out here on the
Right.
porch the same way. So it's not.
But we're all learning how to talk to each other, even still, is what he's trying to say.
There's
Yeah.
no perfect answer other than the good Lord.
Right.
And even with Him, we're still gonna mess up, because we're human.
Right.
So just push toward God,
Yeah.
and
You're gonna make a mistake.
yes, yeah.
You're
And
gonna
sometimes
suck someday.
sometimes they're gonna call you out on it. You're gonna be like,
Yeah.
oh crap.
That's like earlier today, we were walking through Target, and my daughter was like, can I have this? Or look, I want this. I love this. And Chris goes, you just got a new mattress. I was like, so there you go. That's good parenting right there. And the lady, I don't know if you saw her, but there was a
The
lady
lady
in there. She was laughing. I was like, well, I mean, but we're all learning as we go. And, you know, we're going to suck some days, and we're going to be great parents some days, like Chris was just saying, you know, about the mattress with our kids. But, you know, you are going to suck some days.
Yeah,
And, you know,
it's just life.
Yeah.
It ain't always gonna be just your own fault or our own fault.
Right.
It's just life. Life is gonna throw curveballs,
Right.
no matter if we're living for Jesus or we're
Or
not.
not.
You're
Yeah.
still gonna get
you're still going
curveballs,
to get curveballs.
and it's
you
gonna
need-
suck some
And
days.
you need to go to them and say, hey, mom or dad messed up. Let's start this over.
Yeah.
Or so many times I've had to do that and go to them because I've yelled at them or, you know, or whatever. And I've had to go to them and say, hey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, you know, but that's part of living together. That's part of being, you know, a family unit. And, but just know that no matter what, we're trying to keep these under 10 minutes, and this is really hard for
Sorry.
us, I do believe. But
But we're gonna
just
cut loose because
know-
it's hot anyway. But
yeah, it's hot
you-
anyway.
You know,
it's like,
we just want to encourage
I
y'all.
wasn't done.
Oh, sorry. Keep talking now.
No, go ahead.
I don't
Go
forgot
ahead.
what I was saying.
Yeah, we just wanted to encourage y'all. Yeah, we did. We wanted to encourage y'all and let
No, we
you
didn't. We
know.
want to tell you how to do it.
We
You're
wanted
gonna
to-
suck too, just like we. Nah, I'm just kidding.
We're not just here to make you feel better. You're here to make us feel better if you
Yeah.
suck. So
Yeah.
no.
You
but
may already be in bad shape because you're watching us, so I don't know.
Yeah.
God love you.
Exactly.
No,
So
we're just kidding.
know that we're right there with y'all. But when in doubt, just get the good book out. That
Oh,
rhymes.
you trying
Look
to
at that.
She trying to rap. She gonna start singing Eminem stuff here in a minute.
Anyway, so get the good book out. Apologize to your kids. Tell them whenever you don't know. I know our youngest, he asked so many questions. I'm like, I don't know. Just Google it. Just Google it. I mean, you know, and just know that you're not doing a wrong thing.
Yeah,
Just try to
she
keep.
sent him to me this morning
I did.
asking me,
I did.
why do we have color in our eyes? Mama said you could Google it. I'm like,
I was like,
I'm not doing that right now.
I'm not really sure about that. Go ask your dad very nicely if he will Google it. And I heard him asking it really nicely. And Chris was like, not right now.
Not right now.
But I will. But
Nah,
just
it's
Google
cool.
it. So just know that we're right there with y'all. And just pray through. And just like in life, just keep pushing forward and trying to be better than you were yesterday.
And remember, don't worry about the little stuff.
Yeah, don't sweat the small stuff.
Their room's gonna be a mess. Their bathroom's gonna be a mess. Their closet's a mess.
Yeah.
You know, they're kids.
Yeah.
They're
He
learning.
has to remind me of that.
They're
all the
learning,
time.
and I mean, they do great.
Yeah.
But when they get, you know, if they're playing, they're gonna drag everything out, and it makes a mess. But I have to kick myself in the butt all the time saying, they're 8 and 11.
Right.
They're kids. They're gonna do this. They're just playing. Because
He
I'm the
doesn't-
point. Just pick it up, you know. But
Yeah. He
that's
doesn't
why they
do-
live upstairs.
Yeah.
So we don't
seriously.
see it every time. Just kidding.
Anyway, I think we made it past the 10-minute mark, but oh well. We're you know.
See ya.
We just talk a lot.
She
so.
keeps talking. See ya.
Anyway, thank y'all so
See ya.
much for being here, and we will see y'all sometime next week. Thanks.
See ya.
If I can turn it off, I don't know. Oh my god.
I'm sweating in place I can't talk about. This crap running down my back.